everyone's having a very happy Tuesday. I'm coming to you live a little bit before 4:30 because I realized I have a few extra things to make today for the recipe. I'm not 100% sure how long it's gonna take, and I know that around 7 o'clock I'm doing a end of the year live sale, throwing in a bonus live sale to end the end of the year because tomorrow is New Year's Eve. So I said, you know what, I'll come on a few minutes early. I'll start the recipe a few minutes early. I'll share it everywhere. Gives everybody an extra opportunity. And you know, whoever comes on late, you know, they'll get an opportunity to have a little chat with me first while I get the sharing going. So if it's your first time watching, I'm Sherry and I didn't always love to cook. I was somebody who was always ordering out. No, it really wasn't my cup of tea to cook at home, but now I have all this amazing Tupperware products around me. And in my 10 years, I can say gladly that I've tried lots of different recipes. You know, I've been more adventurous with my food. Not 100% more adventurous, but a little bit more adventurous with the way that I cook because I have all those amazing Tupperware products with me. And in all those amazing Tupperware products, they also give me more confidence in myself to maybe use the Tupperware and of course to try new recipes. Plus, my chopper helps me cut up things teeny tiny. So if I'm not crazy about vegetables, but I know that that vegetable will bring me, you know, some more extra flavor in my sauce or in my food, I chop it up teeny tiny and then away I go. So what I'm gonna be making, what I thought first was, we have all these English muffins in the freezer that have been there for quite a while. So I said, okay, to my loving husband, should I make some English muffin pizza? And he said, sure. And I said, okay, should I cut up some vegetables and put it on it? And he said, sure. And I said, okay, now what kind of sauce am I gonna put on these English muffin pizzas for him? Don't have any sauce. Thought about barbecue sauce, but then at the same time thought, why don't I make a big batch of spaghetti sauce in this one cooking? And then after I have a little bit for the little mini pizzas, maybe tomorrow I can make just a regular pasta or we can make spaghetti and I have the sauce already prepared. So if you're watching, I would love for you to say hi in the chat. That way I know that you're there. Even if you just say hi, and that's the minimum thing that you do, you just say hi, that always makes it more fun to not talk to myself while I'm doing the cooking. But if I am talking to myself, it doesn't matter because I do it all the time. And also, you know, I still have to cook anyway, so I might as well turn that camera on and go with it. So here we go, put my chopper together. First thing I'm gonna add in there is my red onion. We love red onion. I use red onion all the time. I know there's a way to choose which onion is right for which recipe, but if I know I'm making a salad or I'm making any recipe, my husband loves red onion. And you know what? Most of the time it's him that I'm cooking for. He's vegetarian, I'm not. But all of our recipes go towards, you know, if I make, with my spaghetti sauce, I'm sure some people would put meat. I would put lentils, but I am gonna use the spaghetti sauce today for the English muffin pizzas that I'll be making. But if I do want to add lentils later, it's super easy to cook the lentils in the microwave. I can definitely add in the lentils into the sauce later or anything like that. So I'm just gonna finish cutting up this onion. Bam. Okay, put all that red onion in there. Now for the pizza, just like the sauce, I could technically just chop up a few pieces, but what I'm doing by making the extra sauce now is just having it all condensed down. And also in my stack cooker where I'm gonna be making the sauce, I'm gonna caramelize the onion and the other vegetables at the same time. So I'm gonna put the cheese down. We love peppers in the house. If you see here, I have one lonely apple left and it stays well with the peppers because in the Fridge Smart here, anything in the light breather can go in the same vent. Peppers, lettuce, apples, pears, oranges, etc. So if you do have a strangler pepper or a lime, let's see, for this recipe, I think I'm gonna use the yellow pepper because he's so little and it's perfect in this sauce. Okay, so I'm just gonna cut up this pepper. And again, if I was just making pizza, I can totally just slice up with this amazing, this is the older version of the utility knife that you may or may not have watched me cook with yesterday. Love it. When they disappeared for a while, I was very sad because I was like, should I keep sewing these? Because they're my favorite knives. Okay, I got rid of all the other knives that weren't sharp. They didn't do anything for me. Okay, here we go. So we got our red onion and our pepper together. Now, if I had mushroom, I used up all the mushroom yesterday in my recipe. You could add anything you want into your sauce, really. You could add the green onion. You could add... For me, when I make spaghetti sauce, I include every every vegetable I have. I'll say, oh, I want to use that up. I'll throw celery. I'll throw carrot in it. Might end up being in a sauce tomorrow. All right, so there we go. If someone was watching, they'd say, wow. Okay, I did share it everywhere, so I'm not sure what's happening with that, but I'm going to just take a picture to show that. And my peppers ready to go. And my English muffin ready to go, which I'm going to be showing you in the Micro Pro Grill in a minute. So there's all those veggies. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour the vegetables into the stack cooker over here. So this stack cooker, it comes in 3 layers. I'm just going to be using the bottom layer because the middle layer is actually in my dishwasher right now. Hi, Shannon. And I'm basically going to just put in my vegetable mixture, hi Diane, into my stack cooker with my trusty spatula. And the stack cooker is amazing. It cooks with the microwave. So if you are cooking in the stack cooker, it uses the microwave to cook. So the base layer that I'm putting all my onions in, you can use this to cook rice, potato, pasta, anything that you want in there. Let me just get all that vegetable-ness. Woo! That is a strong onion. Out. I'm walking away for a minute because I'm going to get the other layers just so you can see it. Guys, the stack cooker is actually on sale right now. It retails for $172 and it's on sale right now for like $68, $69. Something really amazing, like more than half price. So it does come with another layer. So on this layer, you can use it. And what's amazing about the stack cooker is it doesn't smell like if you make like a vegetable there and a meat here or fish here, etc. Each layer doesn't smell like the other one. So it can actually cook evenly together. They call this like the one pot meal, right? So you can use this layer. If you want to put like potato or vegetable on the bottom, you can use this layer to put your meat. And if you want like the fat to drip down or the sauces to drip down, you can use the colander part right here. So it actually stacks together like this. And you have your lid that can stack on top. You can make your own dessert. Or if you're just using it without those 2 other layers, you can actually make a whole chicken in here. And you just close the lid, bing, bang, boom, you're ready to go. So the last step I have to do is add in a little spices. Love your stack cooker. Just made rice in it for turkey rice soup. Oh, that's awesome. So Diane and whoever else is watching, I keep seeing eyes popping on, but no one's telling me where they're watching from. So I'm just going to add my spice right into there. And I'm going to add in a little bit of olive oil. And we're going to caramelize this up in the microwave. Yes, it's true. So I'm going to make sure that, just give that a little shake to make sure that everything is mixed up in there. So now we're just going to put this lid on into the microwave for about 3 minutes-ish to get it caramelized up. So while that is getting caramelized, I'm going to just close up my pepper and my onion. I don't really need a lot for the sauce, and I don't really need a lot for the for my pizza that I'm making from Alberta. Ooh, cool. See, yesterday I was saying I was going as far as Ontario, and I think I had one from Manitoba. Now someone watching from Alberta. Very cool. Okay, so next I'm just going to take out my can of tomatoes. Now you can also use fresh tomatoes for the sauce, but we are not tomato people, which is funny because I love ketchup. I will eat salsa. You know, I'm growing less and less picky every time I cook something, but I still will not eat a tomato. Like, I don't want a tomato on my sandwich. I don't love tomato with my breakfast. It's a texture thing for me. I'm not crazy about tomatoes. That is why I'll use the can of tomato sauce. But if you like your sauce with more freshness, you could use a can of tomatoes, or you can use fresh tomatoes. Everything that you do is your choice. It's your texture, right? But for me and my husband, since we're just 2 people at home, this is how we do it. The can opener is amazing. Okay, it's good for left-handed or right-handed. If I wasn't talking, hi Sil, if I wasn't talking, you would have heard the click. Now, maybe I did this trick a million times, and one time I did it actually poured out. So I always just do it over a bowl. Okay, maybe, like me, you heard the click, and then you're like, uh-oh, the can opener did not open. Okay. Funny story is when I first started Tupperware 10 years ago, I actually called the girl I bought the can opener from and said, the can opener is not working. I tried it on 8 different cans. I thought maybe the cans were bad. And then she didn't answer, so I watched a YouTube video. I don't know if he still does it this way anymore, but he's like this cross-dresser. Anyways, he used to sell Tupperware, and he made all these funny videos about the can opener, and one of them was like, you put this little clippy part right here on the can, and then you like close the can opener. He said the legs, so funny. And then you do this, bam, and oh, it opened. And you know what, guys? I had tuna for like a week after that. It was crazy. But I never forgot how he taught me how to use the can opener. And what I love about the can opener here, as you can see, it has no sharp edges. No sharp edges. So it's also no sharp edges on the can. You see, you can instantly put my hand there. No problemo. And what I love about the can opener, see, it doesn't really get, there's no like mess here. There's no like, you just maybe if it gets a little messy, you just wipe it off with a cloth. And now the can is, you know, ready to use. It's also safe if you have young children or pets that might, you know, be able to reach into your recycling bin. Or for me, when I used to work as an educator in the daycare, we used to use the cans all the time for musical instruments. We used to play bean bags. We used to like throw like the bean bag at the can. We used to use the cans all the time for little storage containers. You know, at the daycare, the kids broke a lot of stuff. You know, you get a new puzzle box, they'd break it. You know, we used to use any of the recycling items that we had around. So I'll put that can of sauce to the side, and I'll go grab my stack cooker. Stop and reset. Ticky tick. Ooh. Loving. Okay, one day there's gonna be smell-o-vision. I don't know how, but one day everyone's gonna be able to smell through the screen. It's in my vision. Okay, one day you're gonna be able to smell it, because right now the onion smell is amazing. Okay, always open the thing. I think it might be hot still, so I'm gonna just grab my glove just in case. I'm not saying it is boiling hot because it was only in there for 3 minutes, but one day, one day it's gonna be smell-o-vision. I can't see any comments, just the 2 ones that said hello, so I don't know if anyone is still there or not. Facebook is funny. The other day I was doing a live sale, which by the way, guys, I'm doing a live sale tonight at 7 p.m. in my VIP group. So if you're not part of that, the link will be in the comments below. If you're watching on YouTube, the link to my VIP group will be in the comments below. I started a YouTube channel to basically upload all the videos that I do on Facebook, because Facebook after 30 days deletes the video, and I might as well, because now I've made a pizza sauce, now I've made a pasta recipe, now I've made a melt in your rice recipe another day. So it's like I'm saving all the videos to load up onto that channel. So here we go. Bam! It smells amazing. Now I didn't really need to caramelize the onions and peppers if I was just using it to put on top of my little homemade pizzas I'm making for my husband. But since I am using this sauce for later, ooh, I'm gonna hold it up so you guys can see. Here, look, denim. Caramelized, 3 minutes in the microwave. It looks amazing. Yep, all of that red onion and pepper goodness. If you want it to be a little less liquidy, maybe put it in for another minute, but the sauce is gonna scoop up all the other goodness. There we go. And basically too now is this sauce is going to be like a hearty sauce for other days of the week as well. Like maybe tomorrow, I don't know yet if I'm gonna be cooking live or I'm gonna just be showing all the fun stuff that we'll be making in the air fryer. Anyways, so yesterday I was doing yesterday or two days ago I was doing a live and I was saying, okay, tell me if you're here or not, we're gonna do a little thank you draw. And I wrote out the names, 7 names. And then I say, oh, I can see 9 people are watching. So I add in those other 9 names, right? Other 2 names. And then everyone was saying, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. I had like 15 names on it, but I saw only 9 eyes. So I really think that, you know, the more we get the comments going, the easier it is for Facebook to like see us. So I'm gonna mix all this vegetable goodness up together in there. Now all the vegetables are lost in the sauce, but that will make it even more delicious later. Oh, Olga's here. She's watching from work and from Point Claire. Okay, excellent. So now the sauce. Hi, Kirsten. Nice to see you. Now the sauce is ready. We're going to add in a little more guacamole spice because that spice is amazing. I almost never use it for guacamole. I use it in my eggs. I use it for everything. One day, Tupperware will bring back the spices too, I think. You know, you just have a big vision. Okay, there we go. The spices, the vegetables. Again, you can add any vegetables you want into that sauce. Now, we're using my Micro Pro grill, which I just saw online. Might be sold out now, but it was at a crazy price. It was like, it retailed for like 300 and something. It was on sale for like more than half price. So if you do want one, I did buy one. It is an amazing cooking system. I love the Micro Pro grill. It could be that they sold it out online because they're coming out with a different format of it, different color. Sometimes Tupperware is like, things change color. So it's like sold out, but it comes back. Like the can opener is now in a beautiful red. And the freezer containers, they were orange, they're yellow, they were pink, they're yellow. You know what I mean? Hi, Megan. Nice to see you. Okay, so in here, in the Micro Pro grill, it has 2 positions, the casserole position and the grill position. We're not going to do the grill position per se right now because it's going to mush the pizza. Now, I can make pizza dough. Maybe that's what I'll make tomorrow since I made pizza sauce. But it was my husband that reminded me we have these English muffins that are kind of like going bad in the fridge. I should use them up. So I said, okay, I'll use them up. I don't like to waste anything. If there's a little bit of this and a little bit of that and a little bit of that and a little bit of that, it's going in some sort of pasta pot and it's getting cooked all together. There's definitely no waste. If you ever travel with me to my fridge, you'll see it when there's like the bare minimum of things, where there's like 1 apple left in the fridge smart. And then you'll see it the next day where it's filled up. That is one place in my kitchen and in my life that I know that I am slowly starting to save more money on because there's no waste. Just because something's on sale doesn't mean I'm like, if blueberries, for example, go on sale, I'm not going to buy blueberries just because they're on sale. I'm never going to eat them. Like I buy things that are on sale that I know that in our house we're going to eat, and I make sure I eat it up to the very last batch. You see there in my fridge smart, 1 apple remains. So I threw it in with the peppers, which I know I'm going to eat up to the last batch. When the epicure runs out, it's funny, this guacamole spice is actually a mixture of epicure And I think the company's called Spice Affair. I just didn't have another spice shaker at the time, and I had a little bit of each. There's a new Canadian company or new Quebec company called Spice Affair, and they also sell similar spices to Epicure. But also, in my area, I don't know if he ships globally, but in my area, I absolutely love this guy in my area. His name is Barb Road Gourmet Garlic. I can screenshot this after. His stuff is awesome. It's all different kinds of garlic flavored things. And if you like garlic, this is a winner. But you know what? By the time I'm done all my different Epicure spices, I'm sure there'll be another company that pops up. Or, I can ask ChatGPT, I really love this spice. Can you help me home make it with spices around, like go to Bulk Barn and buy my spices. This is what I'm thinking. You're welcome. So, okay, so there's my English muffin. There's there's 4 of them left. But I will make Kevin's dinner first, and probably on mine I'm gonna add in. See, there's some more of them left here, but probably today's the last day. So I'm gonna just add those in, and I'm gonna take my little trusty spoon here. Just make sure all those spices are mixed up. Okay, I'm gonna add in the sauce. Now my loving husband, I told him that I'm gonna add in pepper and onion, but he might not be able to see it now because it's mixed into the sauce, but it's there. And it'll taste amazing. I'll try to scoop up some extra onion and red pepper and onion so that he gets some of those in the sauce on his pizza. Now I'm thinking tomorrow I might make actual pizza dough. And I could use the pizza dough. It doesn't need to be made for pizza. I can turn it into like other things as well. So there we go. I got a good scoop, at least 1 pepper and 1 onion on each pizza with the awesome sauce. And then there's like a million things of sauce left, ready to be used again. Okay, now I'm going to add on. Now, if you're not vegetarian, you can add on like a slice of like bacon or salami. We still have some salami left over from our Christmas. We were doing like a charcuterie board. And if you watched me yesterday, I cut up these cubes of cheese to prepare them for lunches, even though no one went back to work. It's just my way, right? This pizza is going to be far from perfect, but it's my way. So I'm going to add in these blocks of cheese on my delicious homemade spaghetti sauce and a melange of them. Also it's my way of I know that when I grate up all my cheese, this is just me. When I grate up all my cheese, I tend to use more cheese. I don't know if that makes sense, but I'm always like grabbing and then going, and all of a sudden the container's empty. But here, I'm putting 4 cubes of cheese on. Anyone ever watch some of those, some of these memes where it's like, live on your, you're at work or you're at home and you're like taking tons of toilet paper. When you move out on your own, you take like a cube, like a brick. This is how, when I cube my cheese, the cheese is expensive. When I cube my cheese, hi Susan. I barely cracked into the cheese, but I can see that there's gonna be a lot of melted cheese on these little mini pizzas. So here we go. Let me just picture that up. And I wanna know in the chat, if you said hi already, where you're watching from. Do you have your favorite piece of cheese? Like, you have a favorite flavor? Is it like mozzarella, or is it lactose-free cheese, or is it like brick, or I'm trying to think of the other kind of cheese. I don't know the other kind. Hi, Darlene. Nice to see you. Do you ever make your own homemade tomato sauce? What are you having for dinner today? These are the questions I want to know in the chat. What are you having for dinner today? Favorite cheese? Do you cube it or grate it? Do you ever make your own tomato sauce? And of course, do you have any cooking systems at home? I heard from Diane earlier that she has a stack cooker and she loves it. She actually used it. So there is the pizza. It's ready to put. Now I'm gonna put this in the casserole position so we don't squish all the cheese. When I make my burrito kind of style wrap that maybe you see me cook before, I put it in the grill position because I really want the veggies to grill, like I really want the wrap to grill. When I make grilled vegetables, obviously I do that. Sherry, try cord cheese on your pizza. Oh, cord. What is that kind of cheese? I've never heard of that cheese. So I'm going to put this in the microwave now for 5 minutes. Bam, 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 bam. Still haven't figured out how to just press the buttons on my microwave, but here we are. And you know what? There is a little bit of mess, but I have my stack cooker. My stack cooker. It has a lid. I don't know if the newer stack cookers have lids, but the older stack cookers came with lids. So I can easily now just keep that sauce as is, put it with the lid on in my fridge, so that either later today my husband wants some more pizza, I can easily just take out the rest of the English muffin and pull out the sauce with the veggies already grilled inside of it, ready to go, with the cheese cubes that are already cut up. If he's hungry for something else later, then I can easily grab that as well. And you know, it's a really easy cleanup. I like stuff that's like, you don't have to take out 5 million things to have it, you know, a good meal. And maybe I was thinking, you know, I'm gonna use barbecue sauce and that's that. But actually, you know, making a sauce and doing it that way is just easier because now I have a meal ready to go for the next time. Oh, I forgot the Parmesan cheese. I'll add that in extra when the lid is still hot. I'm looking at it and I go, my husband has a new obsession with Parmesan cheese, but that's okay. Okay, so Megan, she told me that she is having reheated baked Gouda and veg. Okay, so Megan's dinner tonight is cheese and vegetables. What else is, and Diane said she cooked in her stack cooker. What else is everyone having for dinner? I get inspired by what you guys write for dinner, and then the next day I get inspired to maybe think about that. I want to know also in the chat, what are some things that you're going to be cooking for tomorrow? Are you having people over for New Year's? Are you doing it by yourself? Are you having just hors d'oeuvre style? My husband and I, we were thinking of just doing like little mini hors d'oeuvre style. Like, we have a lot of food left over that we didn't eat that we bought for like our own little mini Christmas and the week while we're at Costco. Or we might cook something up. Like I said, I might try the pizza dough tomorrow if I still have the instant yeast that I need for that recipe. So I just want to leave you with, I will be doing a live sale in my VIP group at 7 p.m. today. I'm throwing in a new one and an extra one this week because tomorrow is usually my live sale day, but I won't be available. And if you're interested in seeing this recipe or other recipes, I come live around 4:30 every day, Monday to Friday. Maybe in the new year I'll throw in some cooking on Saturday, but I want to get back to sticking to the 4:30-ish time slot. And if you're interested in watching some of my video shorts and other videos that you might have missed, I'll put the YouTube link in the comments below and my VIP group. And maybe you're saying, Sherry, I love some of those things you cooked with today. I'm interested in them. I had the 5 days of, no, we're on 12 days of Christmas. Day number 5 had some Fridge Smarts on sale. And it had some kitchen gadgets on sale as well. If you're looking for the knives, maybe they're going to be on sale later this week. If you're looking for water bottles, they're easy to unscrew, which is number 6. We're on the 6th day of Christmas, and it's all items that are easy to unscrew. Okay? Can opener is a kitchen gadget, might be in the 12 days of Christmas. And of course, anything else that you are looking for, I'd be glad to help you. Maybe you're interested in taking the Tupperware membership. We have 2 amazing ways that you can sign. You can get 25% off everything you purchase for a whole year. I think I said it all. Join, do a party, earn some Tupperware free and half price, shop in my VIP group, watch my videos, and of course, I wish you all a very happy new year if I don't get to see you or you're not in my group yet and you're watching this on #replay, Happy New Year. I wish you all the best. I thank you for all the support growing my business, and I'm going into 2026 on a high. Sticking to a consistent schedule, I'm going to have better health. I'm going to get more of you to shop and participate along with me. I'm going to go into 2026 with some positivity, and I look forward to seeing a lot of you either tonight, tomorrow, or in my team in the future. Bye for now.